Hello, football fans. God, time flies, doesn't it? Seems like yesterday that the season started with that opening day in September. Now here it is, the very first Thursday in November. We are we are hours away from week numero 10, number 10, kicking off. But first, let me start off this week 9 review by saying these four sweet words. I told you so. I told you so. All of you who put New England on a pedestal when they were undefeated, acting like they beat all these great teams. I said, I said they hadn't played anybody. Wish they hadn't, but nobody says it. 'Cause like I said, the NFL media is full of Tom Brady, New England Patriots sycophants who see a blowout win against a winless team and treat it like it's the Super Bowl, you know. And I've said all along they haven't played anybody. They can't beat anybody of substance, and this Sunday proved it. We all saw it. They were down 17-0 like that. Now they tried to catch up, but Baltimore was too much for them. That's because New England, for the first time in over a month, was played against an actual team, and which is rare because the AFC doesn't have a lot of actual teams. But New England got the job done. Not New England. Baltimore got the job done, and they handed New England their very first defeat of the season. But again, this goes back to what I said last week about the AFC and NFC. And getting to the NFC, this is why I was so pissed and angry over the Packers' embarrassing loss. I mean, it was terrible. Here's what happened with the Packers. Rodgers showed up, no one else did, which is pretty much the case for a lot of games. But it just happened tenfold. Rodgers showed up, no one else did. That's what happened. I mean, the bad man can't do it himself, even though biased idiots say he should. But that's why I was so angry over the Packers' loss, because unlike New England, we are in a conference with teams in it. Okay, we don't have the luxury. We don't have the luxury of mowing through a bad division and a bad conference overall. No. We are in a conference with teams in it. All right. I mean, look at the standings. The loss dropped us to 7-2. If we had won, we'd have moved past a Saints team that was on its bye. But even then, we would have been second in the conference behind a Niners team that hadn't lost as of yet. Okay, 7 wins in the NFC is. The Packers have 7 wins this season. If the season ended right now, we'd be hosting a wild card game. Houston has 6 wins in the AFC. If the season ended now, they'd be on the first round bye. That alone should tell you the difference, how bad the NFC, how bad the AFC is, and how tight the NFC is. The NFC is a logjam. It still is. You got the Niners. By the way, I thought Arizona was going to pull it out and help us out, but they came close. But they came close, but the Niners still undefeated. But you got the Niners. You got the Niners at 8-0. The Saints at 7-1. The Packers 7-2. That's the tight log jam for home field. I mean, say the Niners lose. Say the Niners lose to, on Monday, and I'm gonna get on to the rest of Week 9 after this. But say they lose Week 9. If they lose, that's worry because they have 2 teams on their asses. New England is not sweating this loss. New England is looking at the rest of the American Football Conference and going, "We lost our first game. Ha! We'll still get home field." That's literally what New England is saying. We lost. We're still get home field. If the Niners lose Monday, that could be trouble. Because Green Bay or the Saints could mess things up. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to move on to the rest of Week 9. Another disappointing thing about the Packers' loss is everybody else in our division lost. Kansas City did what needed to be done and took care of Minnesota. Very close. It came down to a last-second field goal, and Butker nailed it. So Kansas City got their sixth win, and they're keeping up with Houston and Baltimore for second in the conference. Dallas got a big win to end Week 9. And yes, we saw the Black Cat, and people are blaming the Black Cat for the Giants falling off, even though the Giants just having a bad season. But they needed that win because Philadelphia won against the no offense Bears. Bears have a defense; they just can't score. My goodness. Seattle got a great overtime win, and that's another team that's in there because Seattle is 7-2. But this is more evidence of how good the NFC is. Seattle is 7-2, but they are behind an undefeated team. So there you go, 7-2, a 7-2 wild card. That's the NFC. Meanwhile, if you replace New England with San Francisco, as I was saying, if you replace New England with Green Bay, Saints, and or Seattle, either one of them would have home field. Maybe Minnesota. They're 6-3, but that might be good enough because that might bring some tiebreakers. Actually, no, I take that back. They lost to Kansas City, so they'd be up there. But yeah, they won a hell of an overtime game. The main surprising thing about it was the defense. They didn't intercept Jameis once, and that kind of messed with me. Because I have Seattle's defense on one of my fantasy teams. I started to got that. Well, they're playing against Tampa. Jameis is an interception machine. They're going to catch everything. They might score one. Nothing. Zero picks from Jameis Winston. Pittsburgh got a very important victory. Of course, that's because poor Vinatieri hooked a game-winning field goal. And I swear, I better not hear any old man jokes regarding Vinatieri. Because he won a game previous week, and he just happened to lose one. I don't want to hear any old man jokes. I love kickers too much. Okay, kickers are very important. That man got Brady his first 2 rings. See, nobody mentions that, but they will play Scott Norwood's miss over and over and over and over again on a loop. That's how much they disrespect kickers. But yeah, so it's interesting. Pittsburgh still has a bit of a chance. They host the Rams this Sunday. That's going to be interesting because these are two teams who have struggled but kind of have an outside shot. I think it's safe to say whoever loses this game could be screwed the rest of the way. Could be. I'm not saying they will be, but whoever loses this game, that could really screw them over in the long run. And that's going to be interesting. The Packers next game, we're back at home against Carolina. And of course, Carolina, it's going to be Allen the rest of the way. The news broke. They shut down. They put Cam Newton on the IR. He's pretty much done for the year. He might be done in Carolina overall. We don't know. But it's the Kyle Allen show from this point on with the Panthers. The Panthers head to Lambeau on Sunday. And that's the Packers' last game before the bye. And it's the last game before our big game against the Niners, coming up on the 24th. Which is in Santa Clara. New England is off, which means this will be the second week in a row that they won't win, which seems to be rare nowadays. Week 9 as a whole was crazy. You had Oakland beating Detroit in a game both teams needed. And Miami beat the Jets. So congratulations to them. They got the first win of the season, which means Cincinnati stands alone halfway to futility at 0-8. Sad state of affairs for Cincinnati. But anyway, week 10 begins with Raiders and Chargers. Again, a game between two teams who need a win. Because this could be another one of those games. Whoever loses could be possibly done. I mean, the Chargers' big win against us kept things alive for them. But if they lose this game in Oakland, they might be in trouble. I think they might be dead if they lose. Same could be said for Oakland. So that'll start week 10. And of course, I said Packers host the Panthers. Chiefs against Tennessee. Mahomes might be back for that. Um, Sunday night game is Dallas and Minnesota. Big conference game. Could be a wild card preview. Games in Jared. Well, we Packer fans are going to be Dallas fans this week. And of course, the Monday night game is the big one in the NFC West. Seahawks Niners in Santa Clara. I would say I hope Seattle wins, but with Russ Wilson's quarterback, I'm not going to trust that idiot to do anything right. So that's my review of week number 9, and I will have a review of I will have a CFL review of the final of the home stretch, and I'll prepare you for the Grey Cup playoffs, which should be good. So with that, I say enjoy week 10, enjoy the rest of the season, and good day to you, football fans.